Hey, fellow babies! Harley and Cleo here. I don't think you can see Cleo. Just wanted to do a weekend wrap, I guess, for the week. Um, Unfortunately, we lost Jerry Lee Lewis this week. It was announced, I think it was almost a week ago, that he had passed, and social media started to grow and grow with this poor Jerry Lee Lewis thing. And then, of course, he wasn't passed. He didn't die. So everything was retracted, and then I don't even know if it was a week later. I think it was yesterday that it was officially announced that he passed. So, I mean, your opinions on Jerry Lee Lewis may be all over the place. And I mean, he's had let's just call it a colorful history. But you cannot deny the man's impact on rock and roll. I mean, it's guys like Little Richard and Jerry Lee Lewis who brought the piano and Great Balls of Fire and Lucille to us. So, you know what? That's the thing. Their touch will last forever. We may be upset at some of the things that they do, but is what it is. I wanted to give an extra shout out and a thank you to Mr. Mick Mars, Motley Crue guitar player since day one. He's decided to retire. Now, I know he has a spinal issue. He's got a back issue. I'm going to Google it quick just because I'm that kind of a guy. Let's see what I can get up with here. Mick Mars spinal condition. Ankylosing spondylitis? Ankle. I don't even know. Since he was 17. So, I mean, I know that a lot of the stuff I've seen is Mick leaning against Nicky, or, you know, he's being held up, or he's propping himself or something. And I understand, man. The guy's got, I can't imagine, you know, anybody who's ever had some back pain knows what a grievous pain in the butt it is to be standing there all the time. And, you know, he's been doing it on stage for a lot of decades. So hats off to Mr. Mick Mars. Thank you for your service in the rock and roll battles. And Axeman John 5 takes the cue and into the 2023 tour with Def Leppard and Motley Crue. So that should be super interesting. I think it's interesting revitalizing a band like Motley Crue, an 80s band. I don't want to call it an 80s band, but a band who started in the 80s, who has 4 solid members that, I mean, those 4 members have been since day one. And all of a sudden there's a new guy in the bunch. I mean, it's probably going to anger some people. But at the end of the day, if I can go see John 5 play with Nikki Sixx and pound out some killer rock, because you know John's going to put his own touch on some of those songs, it's going to be worth seeing. So yeah, Motley Crue, Def Leppard next year. I'd be in for that one to see Mr. John 5 perform. And yeah, Mick Mars gets to sit and relax, take it easy. He still does recording. So, I mean, I'm sure Mick Mars is still going to release music. And Mick Mars is a great guitar player. So what he does is worth watching for. Other than that, what else do you have? The cat's giving up on me. Got a half cup of coffee. It's not even noon on a Saturday morning. And I'll be going out and doing a couple of kilometer stroll here in a little bit. So happy weekend, everyone. Peace and love to you all. And yeah, the shorts seem to be doing better than these videos. So I'm going to keep everything a little shorter. I mean, it's all about happiness, right? There's some glum news from time to time. I mean, you know, we're losing these artists, but we have and we always will have the music. And the tough one for me was Eddie Van Halen. And losing Eddie and just going, I mean, it's been, 23 days since the 2-year anniversary of Eddie's passing. And coming to the realization that I got to exist in a universe where Eddie Van Halen was at the same time. And I'll always have his music. We will always have his music. So, hey, that's where it comes from. it's a peace and love and thank you, and that's what it's all about, folks. You know, we're not going to change the world. We just got to exist inside of it and enjoy it while we're here. Take care. Love y'all.